Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a first impression review of the new fragrance from Versace, Eros Najim. Now this was just launched as a Dubai duty-free exclusive, so as of now, you can only get this if you're traveling in Dubai. I have no idea if in the future that will change and it will be available worldwide, which could happen, possibly in the future, time will tell. But I was just in Dubai like 2 weeks ago, so I made sure to grab a bottle on the way home. And it's really interesting too, because I feel like this kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know, I didn't hear anything about it until I was actually in Dubai, but it does seem that a lot of people are very excited about this. I did a live stream when I got back and a lot of people were telling me that they wanted me to do a review on this ASAP, so we're here doing it today. I'm going to share my thoughts with you. It's supposed to have this vibe of like Italy meeting the Middle East, and they do show in the note breakdown of Eros Najim that this has oud in it. So it seems to be a trend happening right now. We're starting to see more designers kind of sprinkling a little bit of oud in their fragrances, but we're gonna talk about it. I wanna start off by showing the bottle. It's this really nice like orangey, kind of ambery color. I do actually really like the color of the bottle. It just says Versace Eros Najim on the front with the Medusa head, and I do like the rose gold cap and atomizer. And what makes me think that it might not be a duty-free exclusive forever is because on the box, it doesn't say anything about it being a travel exclusive. So I feel like in the past when I reviewed like fragrances that you can only get in duty-free, it said it on the box. I don't remember which one it was. If you remember, comment below. But I did do a review in the last like 6 months where the box said travel exclusive. So interesting, we'll see. Maybe they're just kind of testing the success of the scent in duty-free. But let's go ahead and talk about the notes. So in here, we have caramel, Italian mandarin with oud, cardamom, incense, vetiver, and patchouli. So based off of the notes alone, just hearing those notes, it already sounds like it's going to be like the furthest step away from that like typical Versace Eros DNA, like what you think of when you think of Eros, that classic kind of like fresh minty DNA. And also please let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see a buying guide for Versace Eros, like a side-by-side comparison of all the flankers. If you'd like to see that, I can definitely do it. But this opens, it is really good. I was a little skeptical. I didn't really know what to think, especially when I was leaving Dubai. I was like really sick. So I did spray it in the duty-free when I bought it, and I was kind of like I just didn't want to smell anything, honestly. I was so sick. Now that I've had time to test this over the last like almost a week now, this is incredibly good. Like I really come to appreciate this scent. It's just so creamy. The opening is just so vibrant and happy. It opens fresh and spicy, but like a very luxurious spice. It's this cardamom combined with a really like zesty mandarin, but it's still creamy. It's zesty and creamy at the same time. The theme in this fragrance is everything is done in a creamy way. And because of that, it really almost gives it this kind of like semi-gourmand quality. It's really, really well contrasted. It's fresh, invigorating, happy, uplifting, zesty, but at the same time, there's a lot of warmth and depth, and it's very like cozy and inviting, and almost something with this spice. It's kind of Christmassy, like it's festive. I think that's really what makes me think of like happiness when I smell it. But because of that heavy dose of this really luxe, like creamy cardamom, it brings an attractiveness to the scent. It's really what makes this fragrance just so appealing. And as far as incense in here, it's very, very minimal. It's almost kind of like a dry incensiness in the background. It really just kind of adds more like of a darker side to the scent. You're not gonna get anything smoky, super incensey at all. The word to describe it is just creamy. You get a creamy citrus in the opening, but it comes off a bit tart. So it actually contrasts very well with like this like touch of sweetness, this kind of caramel. And it's not too sweet either. Like you can think Versace, you can think it might be a little too sweet, but the caramel in here is almost kind of fleeting for me. There is a sweetness, but how it's done for me is more like this kind of touch of tonka bean with this melting resin. It doesn't really smell like typical caramel in fragrances. It comes off more like a melting like amber, like a heated, warmed up, melting amber. But it's that cardamom that brings all of the appeal. It's really undeniable. Like there's no way anyone on earth can smell this and say that it's not appealing or attractive. It's really done in a way to just appeal to everyone. I really like how the sweetness is done in here too. I was thinking when I saw the notes that it might be a bit too sweet, but it's really not. It's very minimal, it's very balanced, and very well done. It's the perfect balance between zesty citrus and creaminess and spice. And as far as there being an oud note in here, I don't really get anything oudy whatsoever. I don't even get anything like cypriol, like a very minimal like woodiness too. I don't really get a ton of woods in here. Maybe like a creamy woodiness, but it's very, very minimal. And also with the patchouli, not a ton of patchouli, but I do get a creamy vetiver. I feel like I'm just gonna say the word creamy like 5 million times, but it's just how the scent is done. But there is something kind of adding to a darker side of this scent. Like there's some sort of allure and mysterious side, you know? It's not just so fresh and aromatic and bright. There is something warmer and darker. And I think that it could be those darker notes, the patchouli, the incense and all that, just kind of camouflaged in the background. It is a total star in the Eros lineup. And don't let that oud note scare you off. It is fake news. It is literally like the most westernized oud possible if there's actually oud in this. Like you can't even smell it, and the scent dries very linear. So it's not going to change and then in like 3 hours you're gonna smell oudy. I don't think there's really, I think it's fake news. Fake news with the oud. It's like the most westernized, most appealing woodiness ever. And it's semi-gourmand in a way. The way that it's done, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Starlight from Xerjoff, but done in a more designer-esque way, like that Versace flair. It's truly great, and the performance is really nice too on this. I will say it's not the loudest performing, like it is a bit softer, more of like a minimal projection and scent trail, but the longevity is here. Easily you're gonna get 6 to 8 hours. It definitely has some push and it lingers in the air, but it's not going to be like, you know, giving you an arm's length, you know, projection or like a huge sillage. It is more like intimate in that way. And I think that for the price especially, it's great. I mean, I paid like $120 for 100 ml. Like the price point is fantastic. And that's been a trend with all Versace fragrances. They're always more like on the more affordable side of things, which we can appreciate. It's sexy, it's masculine, it's cozy. The most perfect scent profile for the fall and winter. I think it's amazing. Like I will literally give this a 10 out of 10. It is really good. It really exceeded my expectations. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's really fantastic. Like I'm really enjoying it. The more that I smell it, the more that I wear it, the more that I smell it on other people, it's really, really good. It may be the best Eros ever, honestly. It's definitely different, more of like a fall winter version. The one that it's going to be the most similar to will be Flame, but even then, they're not really, they're like distant cousins. I really hope that they end up releasing this worldwide because it will be a hit. It's really good. It's the perfect like cozy winter fragrance. And I feel kind of like I'm teasing you guys during this review because I know that it's going to be very hard for anyone to get because like I said, currently the only place that you can get it is in duty free. But I will say I did get an email blast from Fragflex and they're selling like 10 mLs of it. So you can try it, which will be a good option for you. The 10 ml is priced very well. So if you want to try it before it does become a worldwide release, if it becomes a worldwide release, no promises, you can check it out over on Fragflex to get a 10 ml travel size. So that's always an option. I think it's worth experiencing, especially if you are a fan of the Eros line. It's so beautiful. Like it's really, really good. I enjoy it. It's very sexy to smell on a man, but very appropriate too. You could wear this in a lot of different scenarios and you're not gonna smell too much. Like it would be perfect for every day in the fall and winter, perfect for a date night, perfect for the holidays. Like you could really just wear this as a signature scent and smell beautiful. That cardamom makes it so classy, very sexy to the ladies around you, and put together at the same time. So yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10 easily. Versace Najim. But yeah guys, that was just my first impression review of the new fragrance from Versace, Eros Najim. Please let me know in the comments below if you're interested in trying this fragrance. I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.